Hello. Yeah. Hello and welcome to Ecoholics. A very good evening to all of you. So today we'll discuss very important news regarding the ease of doing business report. So this report is very important for the perspective of India. Very important, and India achieved a decent improvement in the growth rate of ease of doing business. Now, this ease of doing business report consists of one of the index that is known as the ease of doing business index, and in that index there are ranking of these countries. This index is published by the World Bank annually. So it has been publishing since 2003. So we can say that this year India's rank has been improved from 2019. The rank was 77th, and in 2020 India improved with 14 points to 63rd. So India's rank, that is obviously out of 190 countries, that was also same 190 countries. So among these 190 countries, India achieved the ranking of the 63rd number. Now what does it mean and what kind of this index shows the ranking? This is important. Now ease of doing business actually tells that how easy is doing business in any country. So this index shows that how easy, if you want to do business, want to open a business, or whatever you are doing. So if it is easy, the rank goes up. If it is tough, then rank goes down. So India has been improving a lot. If you see the data starting with 2014, because this government came into the picture in 2014. So from 2014 to 2000, and we can say 20, finally we have 2020, India improved. So in 2014 the rank was 142nd, in 2015 the rank was 131, in 2016 the rank remained same, in 2017 the rank went on to increase to 100, in 2018 14, 15, 16, yeah, this was good, 15, then in 16 is 131, then in 2017 it was again 130. So this is 142. In 2019 we have achieved the 77th rank. So you can say in 2019 it was 77, 2018 it was 100, in 2017, a mistake from my side, that is 130, and in 2017 this 130, 131, 30, so 42. This is the ranking. So in 2020, and we have achieved the 63rd. So you can see that doing business in India has been improving a lot. India climbed 14 position in this year, the latest ease of doing business ranking, that is 2020, a report released on this Thursday. Now, how this report is important for the examination purpose, and obviously this is a good news for the country when country is facing a significant slowdown in the demand and is struggling with this. Now, World Bank praised Indian economy in order to, first one, in order to improve the taxation reforms. So the tax reforms, the number one tax reforms is obviously GST. So World Bank praised that India has improved a lot in GST. The real challenge now in front of India is resolving insolvency. What is insolvency? So same thing, that when a company is unable to pay their debt, that is insolvent. So insolvency is the biggest challenge. We have the law which is known as Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, which we have implemented in 2016. This code actually recognizes all the insolvency and gave this timely solution to this. So insolvency and bankruptcy code played an important role. If you see the score of India this year, this has improved to 62 from 48 earlier. So you can understand that this is also a significant jump. Now, whenever we say the improvement, the country ranked in certain categories. So first of all, we see that what are the categories we have in ease of doing business. The number one is the starting a business. So the number one category is starting the business. The second one is the dealing with construction permit. Dealing with construction permit. The third one is the getting electricity. It means how easily the businesses are getting electricity in India. The fourth one we have is the registration of property. The fifth one we have is getting credit. It means taking loan, etc. The sixth one we have is protection to the minority investors, like the middle class households, the service class people, they are the minority investors. The next one is the paying taxes. So how efficient your country in paying taxes, like income tax and other taxes. The eighth one is we have is the trading across the border. The ninth one we have is enforcing contracts. And the 10th parameter is the resolving insolvency. So first of all, starting a business, very important aspect, because in order to start a business we need significant amount of cost as well as permission. So if we see the starting a business, India ranked 136th this time. So obviously in India it is difficult to start a business, as according to this ease of doing business report. Dealing with construction permit means suppose you are constructing certain buildings, office, property, etc. Then it is also, we can say, the construction permit are, obviously India is doing well in this. So the rank is the, we can say, the improvements what we are having is around 27th rank. Now getting electricity, it means getting an electricity connection in India is quite easy. So The rank is 22nd. Registering property, obviously it is quite difficult in India. So according to this ease of doing business ranking, registering of property is very difficult. Getting credit, so India ranked 25th. It means in India credit availability is there, and as well as the ease of credit taking is also available. Protecting the minority investors, although India is ranked down from the previous year India ranked 7th on this parameter. Now it has declined to 13th. Regarding paying taxes, so paying taxes, India's rank is 115. It means Indian people are not paying taxes. If you see the data, only 4% people of the total population that they are paying tax. It means, can you imagine, 135 crores of people living in India and only 4% people are paying income tax. So this is quite measurable figure. For around 5 to 6 crore people are paying income tax. Trading across border, although India have performed pretty well this year, the rank improved to 68th. Regarding enforcement contract, it means if you have a certain contract and if that particular contract violates, then how we can enforce into the law of court. So that is, the rank is very dismal, 163rd. You can say this is just because of the judiciary as well. So judicial delays and pending cases. Resolving in insolvency means whenever whenever a firm closed or whenever a firm wind up, then how we can resolve this situation of insolvency. Insolvency means when a company is not able to pay their debt and they have to wind up. So that is 52nd. Now if you see that starting a business as well as registering a property, so starting a business, registering a property, or we can say the paying of taxes, as well as we can say enforcing the contracts. So these are the four important aspects where India is lacking, and India needs certain kind of drastic improvement in these four categories. Obviously, how we can do this? So according to this report, they said that India can achieve, or India can have this increased ranking in this just because of the improved technology. So we need to improve technology, like in property registration, starting a business, etc. So this is how the situation looks like. The main thing is about the contracts. So judicial delays are actually causing a lot of problem for India. Now if you see the judicial delays, because we need to understand the judicial delays in detail. Now if you see the judicial delays in India, it means just because of judiciary we are having pending cases. Now if you see in India, the number of days that are actually the particular time taken for a particular case is very high. So number of days we can say, as well as the cost if we compare this. So in number of days in India, it takes around 1445 days for a particular average case. So it means you can understand that almost 4+ years, 4.5 years for a particular case. And 31% of the cost escalated just because of this. It means suppose the claim value is 10 lakh and 31%, so it will go to 13.1 lakhs. So that is the claim cost. If you compare with other countries like China, the days are 496 and the cost is pretty low, around 16.2%. If you see other Indian economies peer group like Mexico, in Mexico 341 days, this is the average time taken by the courts, but the cost is certainly high in comparison to India. If you see OECD countries, that is Organization of Economic and Cooperation Development, mainly developed countries, high income countries are there. So the time taken is around 590 days and the cost is 21%. If you see India's neighbor, that is Pakistan, so Pakistan generally takes less time in solving a case, like 1071 days, where the cost is 20.5. So Pakistan is doing well in this particular scenario. If you see Bangladesh, even India is in comparison to Bangladesh, so more or less the same. But the cost in Bangladesh is pretty high. So cost is 66%. So this is the loss of the efficiency just because of the judicial delays that India is having. So you can see that this is a common phenomena in India. So we can improve the judicial delays, we can improve the efficiency of the judges as well as the courts. So government should think about this as well as the enforcing contract. So we need improvement on 4, that is starting a business, registering a property, paying taxes, and enforcement contract. So you can use these kind of 4 important category in your answer writing in order to fetch extra marks. Now if we compare India, so India's comparison, we always see whenever the ranking comes up, India's comparison with BRICS countries as well as India's comparison with South Asian countries. So South Asian countries, subcontinent. So here we can say if we compare with BRICS, the number 1 rank, or so the top rank is of Russia. So Russia has scored 28th, China scored 31st rank, India secured 63rd rank, South Africa secured 84th rank, and the Brazil at last 124th rank. If we compare with South Asian, so India topped in this South Asian ranking, so 63rd. Apart from this, if we say other like Bhutan secured 89th rank. As far as I remember, Bhutan is 89th. Nepal is 94th. Sri Lanka is 99th. If we say Pakistan, that is 108, and Bangladesh at last we have 168, and if we take Afghanistan as well, this is 173. So India secured the top rank in South Asian, but our competition is with China, because China and the United States of America are engaged in the trade war. So we need to capitalize this opportunity that India should bring investment by easing down the business cost in India, so that it will have to impact, it will have a lot of foreign direct investment as well, and it will help Make in India program. So this is how we can achieve the good ranking. But here India achieved a good ranking, decent ranking, but there are 2 limitations of this ease of doing business ranking of the World Bank. The main reason of this ease of doing business ranking is whenever they survey only 2 cities in India. These 2 cities, can you tell me the cities, the name of the cities they actually survey? The number 1 is Delhi and the second is Mumbai. So you can say that a lot of reforms undertaken the last few years in Delhi and Mumbai, especially whenever we talk about the improvement in the other phenomena, like whenever we have the construction permits, property, etc. So this is a limitation that Delhi and Mumbai, so World Bank is not taking the whole of the country or major part of the country. So India should focus on these 2 in order to improve the rank. This is how we can say. Apart from, say, as I read in the comment section, apart from India, this is the third time, this is the third consecutive time that India is the top 10 improver in this ease of doing business ranking. India improved from 100 to 63. So we can say in just 2 years, and only Bhutan has achieved in the history of ease of doing business ranking. So that is how we can say that these are the limitations, although the main limitation is just because they have to release every year ranking, so they need to take certain areas, so small areas sample size, because they have to survey 190 countries. Although in since 2014 Andhra Pradesh and Telangana was improving or doing well in our state ranking of ease of doing business, so as I rightly said in the comment section, they are thinking about that they should cover more areas in the next year. So this is the ranking, the data starting from July 2018 to June 2019. So India has done a lot of things after June 2019. So in June 2020 and next year in October 2021, we may find India's place in the top 50. So that's it for today's lecture. If you have any doubt, most welcome. Otherwise, we'll wind up the session and we'll meet on Monday at 10:30 p.m. from Monday to Saturday. That is live for current economic analysis and discussion regarding the features. The first country is New Zealand. So New Zealand topped the ranking for the fourth consecutive time. Although in the history of ease of doing business, Singapore topped the rank most number of times and the New Zealand. So the first country is New Zealand. New Zealand topped the rank. It takes half an hour, 30 minutes in New Zealand to start a business. Only you require 30 minutes. So this is what the best feature of New Zealand. So again, we'll meet on Monday. Tomorrow is Sunday, so we are not having our live session, as well as tomorrow is a festival of lights. So happy Diwali to all of you. And so we'll meet on Monday again at 10:30 p.m. live on Ecoholics regarding the current economic analysis and discussion. So we'll take the part important topics that is relevant for the examinations of UPSC civil services examination, as well as UPSC Indian Economic Service examination, other like RBI etc. If you want to write an essay etc., so this will give you the content. Good quality content is important. So that's it for today, and that's it from my side. So I'm signing off. There are 10 parameters only, so there is no 11th, only 10 parameters where this ease of doing business ranking is measured. So these are the 10. If you want to take the screenshot, you can take, otherwise you'll find on the site of the World Bank as well. Apart from this, don't forget to subscribe Ecoholics and follow us on Instagram as well. So you'll get the daily questions on that and daily conceptual, the terms etc. Apart from this, this is the number. So if you have any doubt, you can ask anytime. I've seen the report. They have said that they are having only 10 parameters. So as far as the newspaper as well as the reports, there are only 10 parameters as far as I know. If you know the 11th, then you can just tell me. So I hope you all understand this lecture. So once again, thank you for tuning in. A very happy Diwali to all of you. Good night.